And we're back.
Oh, is we? Oh, hey.
Yeah, we in here. We out
Is
here.
is it a new link? I just want to let everybody know. Is it a new link or the same link?
It's a new link. So let me
Okay.
go.
Can't get that on here.
It's a brand new link to the over now. Now we back here for part 2. I'm sorry we had a little computer issues. I think my computer like, hey, I told you to reset me a minute ago, and you decided not to. So scrub. Everybody, but we back. So what we talking about? We talking about the Raiders and the Bengals.
We talked a whole lot about how dare I say, we love Carson Palmer and we loved Ocho Cinco together. Shout to Hushmanzada. Chase, or what's his last name? Chase, that wide receiver.
Jamar Chase
and Joe Burrow. That's the second coming of Carson Palmer and Ocho Cinco.
Chase broke
better
Ocho Cinco's
games. That's the problem with them. They couldn't win games.
Joe Burrow is probably going to be better than Carson Palmer
easily, and that's a high bar.
Carson Palmer was amazing for them.
Yes, sir.
You also have Joe Mixon over Cedric Benson. I'll pick that. And I'm a big Cedric Benson fan from Texas, by the way, if you don't know who that is. Legend. And then Jamar Chase broke Ocho Cinco's record. So you do have that T. Higgins and Hushmanzada. Yeah, you can go whoever you want to on that. But they got Tyler Boyd and a tight end, and both of them are way better than the tight end and slot that they had in Cincinnati back then. So Joe got more weapons. He got a worse offensive line, though, because that offensive line is terrible. But Joe tough, bro. Joe was a tough quarterback.
Can make every throw. He's a tough guy. I mean, let's even talk about his rookie season. He wasn't nothing to sniff at, was he?
He was not. He just got hit by Chase Young them so hard that it was over. That's when Washington was like mean too when they were healthy.
I would hope that he doesn't go the way of Andrew Luck, because think about what the Colts would be if they could still keep Andrew Luck. But it is what it is. They better learn this time. The Bengals organization, you got the hit on the lottery. Treat it right, man. Spend the money. I don't care if y'all cheap. Spend that money. Do what you got to do to protect that kid, because Joe Burrow is going to make the city of Cincinnati a lot of money. I believe that. And maybe get y'all a better stadium, because that mug is musty.
Get you an extra indoor facility, too. How about that? How about you actually get a practice facility instead of working at the Cincinnati Bearcats College football stadium indoor facility? What? You are an NFL team, sir. You should have more pride.
I should never ask where's practice at today.
Like, that is wild. But they always been like they owners. This the ownership group. That's why they struggle. But they hit, bro. You hitting on Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, and they played together in college. Oh, I'm seeing that a lot now. Finding players that play with you in college, from Hurts and Devontae Smith to Tua and Waddle.
Yep.
And guess who everybody's favorite person to throw to? The one they had in college. Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase. I literally see Jamar Chase beat the Chiefs by himself.
And it was funny. And it was effortless.
And you knew it too. It was 3rd and 27. We talked about this last week, but we ain't gonna talk about it much. 3rd and 27, we going to Jamar Chase. And somehow the Chiefs like, we gonna hold him one-on-one. And I'm like, what? Sir, he has 200 yards already. I don't think you need to hold him one-on-one this play on 3rd and 27.
I would ask myself, you letting a 21-year-old do y'all like that? Is humanity just evolving in that way at this point? Where 21-year-olds is doing 28 and 29 and 30-year-old dudes with a mortgage and 5 kids and a wife, possibly a baby mama, You letting that boy do you like that? I can't see it.
Man, that's just the way, man. That kid
I don't
talented.
even
That
know.
kid talented though. He's scary. That man skipped. He was the first pick in the draft. He skipped a year in college. Like, I'm not going to class. That's how talented the player we talking about is, though. That's crazy talent.
You got to be somebody like Randy Moss or Calvin Johnson, somebody that's just like a super tall guy and super fast or freaking nature. No, these kids are just coming out here just doing people bad. Period. Grown men.
And Jamar Chase is a freak of nature. He's ridiculously quick, ridiculously strong. I'm like, he's not normal. So, and they end up playing next week. They're going to the Titans. I don't know how to feel about the Titans because I don't understand the Titans.
I don't either. Nobody knows what their identity is. It's like, either keep it close or I don't know. I
know one thing. I know Mike Vrabel might be one of the best coaches in the league. So, because I promise you, that whole roster got hurt and they were still winning games.
Think Bill Belichick, but he actually will create a relationship with you.
And the scary thing about that game is Derrick Henry is back, and if he's actually healthy, that means his body is rested, and that's scary. A rested body, Derrick Henry is scary.
Like, I go through so many games where I just beat up on y'all, and y'all get to beat up on me, but y'all let me rest, and I'm fresh to beat y'all up because I've done this 17 games before. So now y'all let me chill and just come in here and be fresh like it's a brand new season. Oh, Derrick Henry's about to eat. And that's actually going to be, are we jumping into next week?
Yeah, we're starting next week. It's a branch off.
That's actually going to be a big key to the game to me is that it's going to be either the Titans keep the ball and just run the ball, keep it close, or they just dominate the time of possession, or does Tennessee get into a shootout, which I don't think they want to get into. So both teams have the advantage if they get to play their game. So you got one side offensively, we just want to outscore you by a lot, or make you try and keep up with us, or you're Tennessee and you're like, no, I just want to keep it close and keep the ball and rely on my defense. But we're going to keep the ball. It's not going to be 3 and outs over here. Those are two different ideologies or philosophies in football. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Whose philosophy is going to come out on top? Or if you end up on the other side, say you are Tennessee. Will Tannehill say, bump it? Let's get into the shootout. Let's do it.
No, you do not want to get in the shootout with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow.
You don't.
No,
you don't.
I don't care if you do got Julio and AJ Brown. Nah. Let them old heads chill out.
I'm with you on that.
In that wide receiver category, we can also put Ole Miss in there. They have a lot. I just remember that. They have Ebron as the tight end. They have the DK Metcalf, AJ Brown. What's that? It's the slot. They got like 3 slot receivers. They got that boy from the Giants that they start. They number 1 receiver now because Galladay do not catch passes. Can't think of their name right now, but actually
just a quick aside while we're talking wide receivers that are great. Cooper Kupp. Where are he from? Where's Cooper Kupp from?
Nobody know where Cooper Kupp from. He just showed up one day. Like, bro, who are you? Like, I know all the college football players, and you just showed up. I think he went from.
Like, shout out to Hunter Renfrow.
He from Yakima, Washington. I don't even know where that is. Let's see what college he went to. Cooper Kupp.
But I mean, I'm saying just while we just on that topic, like, I mean, shout out to the just
he played in Eastern Washington, so we know.
So he stayed at home. He stayed at home. But I mean, I'm saying shout out to like Hunter Renfrow. Like, shout out to the comeback of the white wide receiver. That's happening.
I think it actually kind of fallen off since Bill ain't got him like he used to. Bill,
I forgot. Yeah, the best wide receivers in the league was Bill Belichick with people in the slot.
Hey,
He was putting people on. Peyton Manning was too, but he figured out a way to like make Marvin and the homie from Miami. He found a way to keep them relevant, but Stokely was getting it in, and Dwight. He was. Hey, what's my man's name? Our favorite. Oh, what they call him, old Chucky out there used to be with the Raiders. John Gruden. He might have started that trend back up, get them slot receivers going, man. Ever since he lost Ruggs. Shout out to Ruggs. We forgot about Ruggs, didn't we?
Yo, Henry Ruggs had more yards than Jalen Rigger. And he went to jail in week 8.
That's like the craziest stat of all time.
And Twitter will not let us forget that Jalen Rigger has still not caught in 18 weeks a man who went to jail in week 8. He had an extra game than normal and still couldn't catch him in your theory.
Bruh, like how crazy of a stat is that? Like you can say, oh, such and such did
Henry
this.
Ruggs played with Alabama. That's the one who played with him, matter of fact.
That's the one we
he played missing. With Devontae Smith.
He was rookie year. He's a rookie this year, right?
No,
or is this
he was with Devontae.
Oh, okay.
They come in waves. Alabama receivers come together. You get Judy and Ruggs. You get Ruggs. It was really Ruggs, Judy, Waddle, Devontae. So you got to come with them Alabama waves of receivers. You just go to Alabama, you'll hopefully Jackson State become DBU. Let's go. Hopefully Jackson State become DBU. By the way, I hope everybody had a good Monday morning. I know we back. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Do it.
Yeah, hit it. Just hit it. We'll be here every week. We might change it up a few times. I might see if we can get a better time, so if we can get more people live. So Monday morning quarterback might be Monday evening quarterback. I don't know. We'll come up with the name. I ain't even decided on the name yet. That way I ain't got it up. But we're gonna experiment. We're gonna try to get this channel up. Trying to get some more stuff. We'll go live. You'll start to see me, Joe, and probably Monte and a few others, and we're gonna try to see if a better time for other people. But for now, we probably stay Monday morning. I might do an hour here and then an hour later just to see which one works. But they'll probably start next week or the week after. So
I'm on vacation. So that's why I could be on this show participating today and not doing it on my lunch. So I'm really big on the whole Monday evening quarterback. I'm huge on that. So I could actually participate because people be at work. So that being said, yeah, man. That's where I'm at. Did you have a pick on Arizona and Los Angeles? I know me personally, I just want Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Cardinals because I don't trust Matthew Stafford later.
I don't trust him, but I want it for him because if you deal with being in Detroit's organization for as long as you did, man, you deserve something.
Just don't throw a pick 6 and you'll be okay.
Now he'll do that, and now he like that. That's his favorite thing to do.
It's always a pick 6 too. It's never just like a pick. Somehow you throw it to the dude while he's running toward you, so he can run it back every time. No, do you not see him running full speed toward the ball? Do you not see that when you pass? You don't even have to make a miracle play. He just jump it every time. Bro.
I think it's more of a variant thing. Like they variants of his wide receivers. He's like, man, they look running towards me. That's got to be who I got to throw it to.
You used to them Detroit. That's how they used to run routes in Detroit.
And Calvin Johnson, the only one has sense enough to just. No, he was the only one that was physical enough to just get around. Man, I know you're running towards the ball. I'm going to beat you to where the ball is going. I know he's throwing it to you, but I'm going to be a great deep. Matter of fact, Calvin Johnson might be the best defensive back of all time.
Yo, he did play safety when they did Hail Marys. He knocked a lot of them down.
Yeah, easily, by the way.
We don't know who the game's going to be for the NFC, so like I said, we might do a live some other time, see if evening works about for an hour because we don't want to be on too long. We're just trying to find out what time is the best. I know people like Monday morning quarterback. It sounds good. I can ask everybody how the good day morning is and all that. But some new shows and all that coming out next month. We got a lot of stuff coming, so I'm looking forward to it. We got one more game, Chiefs at Buffalo. This is interesting. I don't never know how this is gonna go because Pat Mahomes is Pat Mahomes at the end of the day. And Pat Mahomes, his career has been, we going to Super Bowl. and he only been in the league 3 years. He like, hey, if it wasn't for a man running off sides for no reason, after we caught a pick, I would have been in 3 Super Bowls in 3 years of my career starting. That's insane to think about because they beat the Patriots, bro. Let's just be honest. But the guy lined up offside. And if he jumped, he lined up. So if he would have just took a step back, it would have been the exact same play, and they would have won the game. But he would have been in 3 Super Bowls against the Patriots and would have actually finally beat Tom Brady. Wouldn't have the problem with Tom Brady in his way.
I'm with you on that. But see, this is Josh Allen's chance right here. Because we're not sure if we trust him yet. Yes, you have good games. Yes, you're great. You're good. You are really good.
5 touchdowns.
What you gonna do? And then that puts pressure. I think Mahomes is under more pressure than Josh Allen because we expecting you at Super Bowls. You're way too good. You're good. Like we saw him jump off his back foot, throw it across his body, and he actually almost completed that pass. I would say that's the receiver's fault on that actual pass that we saw last night. Josh Allen hitting. And when you know that you're going up against somebody that can do that, that's tough. But also Josh Allen, I mean, you know, people get that stigma. The Bills have been bad for so long, or they've been mediocre for so long. But y'all, like, man, feel like the Cowboys. You think you got something special, and then you get let down. That might be because you know they get to beat the Bills, get to beat up on the Jets. They've had tough games against the Colts. You know what I'm saying? Dolphins, Dolphins played them well. So I don't know. I think there's a lot to be said. The Bills they're going to have to prove themselves, and then we'll stop talking about the regular people at the top of the AFC. We'll start throwing the Bills in the conversation next year if they can beat Mahomes. They might say Bills, Chiefs. Who else is always in the picture in the AFC? Every single year.
It's mostly Chiefs and Tom Brady. It was. And Tom Brady left, and now it's just the Chiefs.
And then obviously the Colts at some point always like in that conversation. You got to start talking about the Bills, and I think we started talking about them 2 or 3 years ago. But shout out to them. But when it comes down to who's going to win, it's going to be a close game. I'm sorry, but the Bills have a much better offense, so they're not going to go 3 and out off of, and also having the top. Did you see how Pittsburgh was? They was 3 and out, and not only was they 3 and out, they was incomplete passes, so the clock was stopping. So that just gave Mahomes just the whole game to just beat Ben's ass, man. That was just terrible. So, but you're not going to get that same outcome. It might come down to the Bills have long drives. Mahomes does have to show up, and let's be honest, there was a slow start with Kansas City yesterday. So. If I gotta go,
I think it was because they were too comfortable. The reason it was a slow start. As soon as TJ Watt scored, I promise you, I saw 42 on their screen. so they first Steelers touchdown happened, which was in the middle of the second quarter, like the beginning of the second quarter. All of a sudden, I looked up. It was halftime. It was 21-7. I'm like, when did this go that fast? Like, oh, they gonna play now. We gotta go and play. Let's go. We fumbled the ball. Let's go play for real. Like, what?
Yeah.
Then the game was over after that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. My heart says Mahomes because we love quarterbacks. But, man, I say don't count out those Bills, man. I can't wait to see what the line is going to be.
It comes out to pressure, and it's a Tom Brady effect. I think Mahomes starting to get on people. Because I promise you, I saw earlier this year, I saw Lamar Jackson beat Mahomes, and I promise you, Baltimore Ravens was about to cry. No, at this time, the Chiefs was like 2-4. And you're like, Lamar Jackson finally beat Mahomes. I'm like, And this how the AFC gonna be now? Is it like the old Tom Brady effect, where only Peyton Manning and Ben Roethlisberger expected to sometimes beat Tom Brady, and everybody else just thank God when they do?
Yeah, yeah. That might be what's about to happen. Honestly, no, like that's actually a really good comparison. Shout out to you for that. Such a good journalist. But that's facts, because that's what the Ravens did for forever. Well, we was close. We almost beat them. And they take that as moral victories, but no, like at the end of the day, man, y'all was 1-8.
Like they were 2-4 at the time, and Baltimore celebrated they beat Mahomes. I'm like how much of an effect do he have on the league? Like, how is it like a mental hurdle that you just gotta overcome?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm wondering if Josh Allen gonna feel that, because I feel like he do feel like he gotta. Like, if anybody gets compared to Mahomes, it's probably Josh Allen.
He gets one more year to lose to Mahomes. After that, he's got to always. He gets one more year because he's still somewhat young. I'll give him that. No. Matter of fact, he's had those years. This is the year you got to be Mahomes, or they're going to be like, can Josh Allen take over? Can he be the guy for the AFC? So, yeah, I think this is his year, man.
Yeah,
he
Josh
has.
Allen is 25.
But Mahomes he's the king of pressure.
Patrick
You got
Mahomes
a
26, so you're gonna see him your whole career.
He handles, the rest of your career, y'all going at it. That's just it. This is Peyton Brady. Is that a good comparison? Is this Peyton Brady? Except for,
well, Allen got to win.
Allen got to win. You're right.
By the way, I want to give, before we get to our final topic, who you got in those two games, by the way, in the AFC, because we know who the games got. I got this Chiefs, and second game so scary to me. But I want to see Chiefs and Bengals again, because that game was fun. So I'm going with my fandom again. I know I ain't supposed to do this, but I'm doing my fandom again.
You do it all the time.
I want to be a fan. I ain't saying my brain tells me that, but I want to be a fan, because my brain, like Derrick Henry, if he's healthy for real, there's no chance. But let's be a fan. Just a fan.
I'm not putting money on it. I'm just going Chiefs Bengals, but because that's what I would prefer. I would like that rematch, just like we had in the national championship. You got that good rematch. I like those.
And I think Joe Burrow might be the one quarterback that don't feel pressure to Mahomes. Like, I feel like Joe Burrow, like, hey, bro, have you seen my offensive line? I don't know what pressure is.
That's like these young boys in the NBA and how they treat LeBron nowadays. They shoving him, and who is you? Like he kind of, Joe Burrow might be one of them young boys right now.
Joe Burrow, like, I don't know, man. Look at my offensive line, bro. You think I'm worried about what Patrick Mahomes do? I just do what I do. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I agree.
But I think it's gonna come a lot down to Stephon Diggs and Derrick Henry. I think those are the key players in the game. If they show up and show out, they team win. If they don't,
I'm going to think more on that game, because
so it's gonna be a tough one. But those are really even teams. We don't know the AFC yet. NFC yet. I know Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. So NFC Championship game, I don't know what's gonna happen after that. So that man is cursed in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah,
like, he's the most amazing player to that first half of the NFC Championship game, and then he wake up and be like, I'm Aaron Rodgers in the second half, but it'd usually be too late. So, by the way, before we go to the final thing, I want to say something. Tom Brady this weekend had more wins than every other quarterback combined had games played in the playoffs. 28-26. Aaron Rodgers, Dak, all those players had 26 total playoff games. Tom Brady has won 28. If you talking about, hey, bro, Tom Brady, the one player that you could say, he the only player in sports that there's no comparison in GOAT talk.
There's not.
Man,
it's over.
It's been 55 Super Bowls. He been to 10 of them.
Yeah,
he has won more Super Bowls than any other football team. The Patriots got 6. Cowboys 49ers got 5. Tom Brady has 7. It's not even a conversation. If I won more championships, that's like somebody saying I won more championships than the Lakers by themselves. That guy's the GOAT, 100%.
There was a point in time because we were going off a skill and just Aaron Rodgers needed like 1 or 2.